Okay, so I am starting now. Okay. Yes, I am audible now. Yes, yes. So I will teach today. Study what I taught. I taught you the some physical property and chemical properties of bases. Okay. Today I will give you more idea about the bases. Okay. As I have given you the idea about the acids. So today's first heading is more about bases. Means what do all bases have in common? I am applying now color mic. I am applying caller mic. Please just keep indicating me whether I am audible or not. Don't worry. Now, if blackboard is not visible completely, I will keep on adjusting and you will write. Keep writing the things which I have already written on the blackboard and I will explain you. Okay. So just see, today I will teach you chemical nature of bases. What do all bases have in common? Okay. So just see, as you did in case of acid, what you did, what is the definition of acid? Acids are the substances which when dissolved in water, they furnish H positive ion. Okay. And what about bases? Just see. Bases also, I will explain one by one. Just see. In bases, what is there? Just see. Just note down some bases. Note down some bases first. Okay. Yes, everything is okay. Please indicate me. Hello. Am I audible? Okay. So just see. These are the bases. NaOH. Okay. Then what is the next one? KOH. NH4OH. Magnesium hydroxide. Okay. They instead of writing the chemical formula of water, in case of acid you should write here H2O. But in case of bases, just you write water. Water or just write AQ. AQ aqueous. Aqueous means water only. So just see NaOH and water. What does it furnish? It furnishes Na positive ion and OH negative ion. So this is sodium ion. This is hydroxide. In case of KOH, what is there? This is potassium ion and hydroxide ion. Potassium positive ion. Okay. NH4OH plus water. So this is NH4 single positive and OH negative. Ammonium ion. This is magnesium hydroxide and water. This is Mg2 positive and 2 OH negative because here 2 OH is there. So this is magnesium ion and this is 2 hydroxide ion. Magnesium ion and 2 hydroxide ion. Okay. Yes, is there any problem? Please indicate. Okay. Now, if somebody is baiting, just allow him. One fellow is baiting. Okay. So, means what is the common in all bases? Just see. This side it is written. What is written here? Bases are substances. Just see. In all these compound case, what is the common? All are furnishing OH negative ion, that is hydroxide ion. Okay, one place I wrote here. So what is the common definition of bases? Bases are substances which when dissolved in water furnish OH negative ion. This is the definition according to Arrhenius. Arrhenius is the name of scientist. Okay. So what is the common in all bases? Bases are the substances which when dissolved in water furnishes OH negative ion. And what was the common in all acids? Acids were the substances which were furnishing H positive ion which when dissolved in the water. So acid must furnish H positive ion and bases must furnish OH negative ion when they dissolve in water. Okay, this is it. Now that day when I was teaching you acid, what I told it doesn't mean if the compound contains H hydrogen, so that would be considered as acid because what is the definition? Acids are those substances which when dissolved in the water they should furnish H positive hydrogen ion. Okay, don't worry, I will give you the opportunity to ask the question right now. Whatever I am explaining, just listen and note down. Okay, I will give you the opportunity, don't worry. Okay, so just see, same way bases are, means to be base, what is the condition? They must furnish OH negative ion. So here just see, one compound I wrote C2H5OH. It is not base because it does not furnish OH negative ion when dissolved in water, even though it contains OH negative ion. So 2B acid, what was the condition? 2B acid condition was they should furnish H positive ion when dissolved in the water. Same way 2B base, what is the condition? They must furnish OH negative ion when they dissolve in the water. C2H5, of course it contains OH, but it does not furnish OH negative ion when it dissolves in water. It means C2H5OH is not base. Okay, have you written this one? Now, so the common conclusion of this discussion is bases are those substances which furnishes OH negative ion when dissolved in water. Okay. Now there is one more aspect. What is the difference between base and alkali? Okay. These are the two terms which are used interchangeably. Bases and alkalis. Okay. Am I audible? Is there any problem? Hello, am I audible? Please indicate. Okay. So these are the two terms which are used interchangeably. What is that one? Basis and alkali. But there is a difference. Okay. Just see. Metallic oxides and metallic hydroxides, they are bases. Just see. I wrote here. Calcium oxide. This is metallic oxide. Magnesium oxide. This is metallic oxide. This is metallic hydroxide. NaOH, KOH. But NH4OH, this is non-metallic hydroxide. This always remember. Now earlier only I taught you. Generally metals form positive ion, but NH4 positive. This is cation. It is forming positive ion, but it is combination of two non-metal. What I want to convey you, just remember this one. Generally, metallic compound or metals form the positive ion, but ammonium ion is the combination of two non-metal, nitrogen and hydrogen, and it is forming positive ion. So same way here, what is the rule here? Metallic oxides and metallic hydroxide. Metallic oxides and metallic hydroxides, they are basic in nature. But ammonium hydroxide, this is non-metallic hydroxide and it is basic in nature. So please remember this. Ammonium hydroxide is non-metallic hydroxide. Please note down here. NH4OH. What is this one? This is non-metallic hydroxide. Non-metallic hydroxide. Okay. Non-metallic hydroxide. Okay. But it is also basic in nature. Please remember this. So what I want to convey you, what is the difference between base and alkali? Just remember here, bases which are soluble in water and furnish OH negative ion when dissolved in water is called alkali. Okay. Bases which are soluble in water. Okay. Bases which are soluble in water and furnishes OH negative ion, they are called alkali. Okay. And what are the bases? Metallic oxides and metallic hydroxide. They are bases. Except ammonium hydroxide. It is basic in nature even though it is non-metallic hydroxide. Okay. So please remember this one. Just see here. Calcium oxide, magnesium oxide, NaOH, KOH, ammonium hydroxide. They are bases and alkalis, both. Why? Because these, of course, they are bases only. Of course, they are bases because they are metallic oxides and hydroxide. They must be bases. But they are dissolved in the water, that is why they are called alkalis also. Means water soluble bases are called alkalis. Okay, am I audible? Water soluble bases are called alkalis. Okay. Water soluble bases are called alkalis. And now just see. See here. Copper oxide. Copper oxide. CuO. This is only base. Only base. Why? Because it does not dissolve in water and does not furnish OH negative ion. I wrote this side. Please, you also note down in this way only. Copper oxide, copper oxide, this is metallic oxide. So it is base, but it is not alkali because it does not dissolve in the water and does not furnish OH negative ion. Okay. So the meaning of this one is water soluble bases are called alkali. So now I may write one generalization. What is that generalization? Here only I will write. Just all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkali. Just note down this one. All alkali alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkali. Okay, just what is there? What I told. What is the difference? Water soluble bases are called alkali. Okay, means only those substances can be called alkali if they are base and if they are soluble in water. Two things are there. To be alkali, what should be there? The first condition is they should be base, and second one thing they must be soluble in water. Okay, but bases, what is there? Bases, they may not be soluble in the water. Okay, that is why what is there? All alkalis are bases. Means just see, this one, and this one. All are bases. All are bases. Since all are soluble in water, that is why they called alkalis. But copper oxide, this is base. Since it does not dissolve in water, hence does not furnish OH negative one. That is why it is only base, it is not alkali. So I hope that you are agree with me. Please note down this one. All alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkali. I hope that you understand the meaning of this one. Okay. To be alkali, what is the essential condition? First, they should be base. What is the second one? They must be soluble in water. Okay. I hope that you understood this one. That is why copper oxide is only base. It is not alkali because it does not dissolve in the water. So this is all about the what to say, preliminary information regarding the bases. Okay, now there are two more aspects which we should discuss here only. Just see, there are three substances. Just see, ammonia, NH3. Okay, just see here, NaHCO3 and Na2CO3 and NH3. They require special attention. How? Just see. NaHCO3. This is sodium carbonate, this is sodium bicarbonate, this is ammonia. Please indicate me, am I audible? Am I audible? Yes. So just see, I will adjust now. See, this side that much is written. Yes, you can take the screenshot. Now this side that much is written. I hope the length and width of my camera is okay. 2 and upper side what I wrote, NH4OH is non-metallic hydroxide. Okay, so everything is visible. I am hoping. Okay, are you agree with me, Aviram? Is there any problem? Now I have applied the color mic. Okay, do you want to say something? I have removed the color mic. Please ask, Aviram. Rishikeswara, unmute for time being. Unmute. Ah, yes, unmute. Ah, yes. Hello, Abhiram, do you want to ask anything? Okay. No. So everybody is happy now. Shall I proceed? Okay. Okay. So Rishikeshwara, once again, just you mute everyone. Okay. So just see, my discussion is concentrated on three compounds. That is Na2CO3, NaHCO3, and ammonia. Just see. Try to understand here why I am discussing these three compounds. I will justify it. Just see. Actually, Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 both are salt. Okay. Now you will ask, sir, how can we distinguish between acid, bases, and salt? So acid and bases just now we have discussed. Okay. In previous class I have discussed about the acid that they must contain hydrogen and they must furnish H positive ion when dissolved in the water. Bases they must have OH and they must furnish OH negative ion in water. For the salt, what is there? Just try to understand. To understand the salt, just see. One should be salt is the combination of positive ion and negative ion. Or you can say salt is the combination of metals, acids and bases. Salt is the product which is formed when acids and bases react together. Just see, I will tell you. Just see, to form Na2CO3, you have to take NaOH and you have to take one acid that is carbonic acid. So just see, when they react together, they will form an A2CO3 plus H2O. Okay, so just see, you have got this one Na2CO3. So Na is coming from NaOH, CO3 is coming from H2CO3. So in Na2CO3, now two sodium positive ion is there and one carbonate two negative ion is there. So can we say salt is the compound which are formed by the combination of positive ion and negative ion? Am I correct or not? Or we can say salt is the compound which is formed from acids and bases. Just see. Now this is the base and this is the acid which are reacting together and forming Na2CO3. This is one type of neutralization reaction only. Okay. Reaction between acids and bases, that is called neutralization reaction. Am I audible? Is there any issue? Am I audible? Okay. So this is salt, but same is the case with NaHCO3 also. NaHCO3 also. This is also salt only. Now sodium positive ion HCO3 single negative bicarbonate ion is there. But despite being salt, they are bases. They are bases. And this ammonia is also bases. Why? Just are you getting my point or not? This is salt, but it is classified as base. Ammonia, just see, NH3 does not contain OH negative one. Just see. Where OH is there in ammonia? Nowhere. OH is not there. But this is also base. Why? Just see. I will tell you. Just see, when Na, yesterday I told you that metallic oxides, they are basic in nature. Why? Because they react with the water and they form bases. Okay. Similarly, when Na2CO3 react with water, Na2CO3 and NaHCO3, they react with water and they form compound which is having hydroxide ion. Yes, it will form NaOH, NaOH and H2CO3. Okay, so just see, this is base, strong base. Okay, strong base. Okay, now same is the case here also. NaOH, NaOH plus H2CO3. So what is this one? This is also a strong base. So just see, even though Na2CO3 and NaHCO3, they are salt, but when they dissolve in the water, they furnish sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base. That is why they are called basic salt. What they are? They are basic salt. Okay. Same is the case with ammonia. NH3 react with H2O and it forms an H4OH. Okay. So now this is containing OH or not? That is why ammonia is also classified as base. Even though in its molecules OH is not there. Are you agree with me or not? Okay. Please indicate, am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. So NH4OH, due to the formation of NH4OH, since ammonia react with water and form ammonium hydroxide, that is why it is called base. NaHCO3 and Na2CO3, they react with water and they form sodium hydroxide, which is strong base. That is why they are called bases, even though they are salt. Okay. Just see, study one important thing I told. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Why? Because metallic oxides react with water and form bases, means compound which contain OH. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature because they react with water and form acids. Okay. So similarly, ammonia react with water and form bases. That is why it is basic in nature. Na2CO3, NaHCO3, they are salt, but they react with water and they form strong base sodium hydroxide. That is why they are also classified as base. So this is all about the discussion of bases. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now this NH4OH, this will furnish just NH4 positive plus OH negative. Same way this one, NaOH, when dissolved in the water, it will furnish Na positive and OH negative. So now they are fulfilling the criteria of bases because when they dissolve in the water, they are furnishing OH negative one. Just see, ammonium hydroxide is also furnishing OH negative one. NaOH is also furnishing OH negative one. That is why they are bases. Even though Na2CO3, NaSCO3, they are salt, but their aqueous solution forming the sodium hydroxide and which is furnishing OH negative ion. That is why it is base. Ammonia is also dissolving in the water and forming NH4OH, which is furnishing OH negative ion. So that is why it is also base. So discussion of bases is over. Now I am going to explain you neutralization reaction with the help of one activity. Okay, with the help of one activity. I will rub this side. I hope that you have noted down. Okay. Shall I rub this one? Please tell me. Please tell me. Shall I rub? Yes. Everybody noted down. I hope that visibility is there. There is no issue. Okay. Okay. So shall I proceed for explanation of now 10 minutes is there. Within 5 minutes, I will explain neutralization reaction. Okay. And 5 minutes I will give you for the doubt clearance. Okay. Okay. Somebody is waiting. Please allow him. Okay. Abhimanyu, I think he is waiting. Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay. Somebody, I have unlocked. Okay. Okay, so I want to check that only 47 are there. Only 47. Imagine what would happen. Okay, I don't have any problem. That is your wish. Okay. So, okay, now neutralization I will teach in my normal video. We will complete all the bases. Now, please unmute everyone and ask your doubt. Okay, ask your doubt. Last 8 minutes is there. Ask. Rishikeswara, just you unmute everyone. Okay, unmute. Okay. Okay. Yes, ask. I have unmuted everyone. Ask. Nobody is asking anything. Have you noted down this one? One by one ask. Hello? Hello? Ask. Rishikeswara, do you want to ask something? I'm not audible. I'm not audible. Okay. So please ask. Nobody is asking anything. Pratyush, do you want to ask anything? Uh, how? How to prepare base? Okay, very simple thing is there. Just see. Metallic oxides you have taken. Just see. Lime water. Lime water, have you got it or not? Lime. Just take calcium oxide and their reaction with water. Now you will get the calcium hydroxide, that is base. Milk of magnesia, have you heard? Milk of magnesia. So milk of magnesia is also one type of base only, magnesium hydroxide. You take metallic oxide, dissolve them into water, and after some time you will get the compound which will have OH, hence that will be classified as a base. Okay. Hello. Hello. No one is asking. Pratyush, do you have any problem? Hello. You are not asking anything as if you know everything. So I told you na, bases which are soluble in water and furnish OH negative ion, they are alkali. Okay, just see. Still it is written calcium oxide, magnesium oxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. They are soluble in water and they furnish OH negative ion. That is why they are alkali. Now, copper oxide, this is base, but it does not dissolve in the water and does not furnish OH negative ion. That is why it is base only, it is not alkali. And that is why I wrote all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkali. Only those bases are alkali which are soluble in water and which furnishes OH negative ion. Hello? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else who want to ask? He can ask. Neutralization and dilution of bases, deliquescent, hygroscopic, these I will complete in one of the normal video, don't worry. Okay, means within this week only all bases I will complete, and after your what to say, this monthly test I will start the strength of acids and bases, pH, salts. Okay, all those things. Base, now still some portion is to go, so I will complete within this week only in one normal video. Okay, anybody else is having any doubt? No one is having any doubt. Okay, just see, we can compare acid and acid, base and base. Okay, we can't compare the reactivity of acid and bases. Are you getting my point or not? We can compare the reactivity among the acids and among the bases, but we can't compare the reactivity of acid and bases. Both are reactive. It varies case to case. Okay, are you getting? Both are entirely different category of compound. So how can we compare? Okay, huh? Yes. Anybody else? Any doubt? Please ask. Hello. Only 43 are there. Huh? Nobody will ask anything. Means simply I am wasting the time. Hello. Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu. Ask. Abhiram. You are not asking now these 10 minutes I kept for your sake only, and you people are not utilizing. Otherwise, I could have completed that neutralization reaction and some of the other things. Since you are away from us, so we want to interact with you. That is why I kept these 10 minutes for you. Only half an hour I am teaching. Ask. No one is asking anything. Aviram, no doubt. Hello. Aviram? No, he has left, I think. Aviram, you don't have any doubt? हाँ, ask यार. Once again, please just tell me. I did not hear. हाँ, yes, correct. I will tell you I will tell you what is the reason. Just see, it is there in the upcoming unit. Why are you asking here only? It is there in the upcoming. Okay. Okay. Now I will tell. Just see. HNO3 is means nitric acid is not only acid. It is oxidizing agent also. Okay. Just see, if more reactive metal you will take like sodium, potassium, calcium, aluminium. So what is there? HNO3 will furnish one nascent oxygen, and this nascent oxygen will react with those active metals and it will form their oxide layer, which is protective layer, and it will render those metals passive towards the reaction with the nitric acid. Okay, in case of magnesium and manganese, they are less reactive metal, so they do not get oxidized by HNO3, so they react with HNO3 and they form salt MgNO3 whole twice and hydrogen gas. Can I write reaction also? Hello, did you get this one? Where it is there? Now, in upcoming portion, don't worry, I will not leave anything. You don't worry. It is there in NCERT book, na? This is the this is the only reason. You don't worry, somewhere it is there in the 10th class book, but the reason I have told. Have you got this one? HNO3 is not only acid, it is oxidizing agent also. So it oxidizes all other metals except magnesium and manganese. So manganese and magnesium, they react with HNO3 and they form salt and hydrogen gas. Like just see, HNO3 plus magnesium. So MgNO3 whole twice plus H. Have you got it? And the rest all other. Huh? Hello. Did you understand? Did you understand? Okay, don't worry. I will make. Note also. Don't worry. This is there. This is there. Somewhere it is there. In which unit it is there, I don't know. I think it is in metal and non-metal. Okay. Now meeting time is also over. I am just ending the meeting. Okay. Thank you.